Hey there, Dad. Just kind of working here with this program and just kind of learning this new indicator here and the math behind it. You can see this solid green line go long, go short. This is obviously Signet. This is a monthly chart, so very long-term chart. I just thought you might find this interesting. Always find it. An email there. Always find it kind of interesting. Go back and see the stocks that I own. If I'd have known now, then what I know now, I suppose. But obviously, it's still in a downtrend here. So long term, I would be more interested. Want to wait till it comes back up here. It is trying to come back up, but it's kind of helpful to put things in long term. This is the ideal trade we want to make, right? We want to get in here, right up there, and then short it down here if we're wanting to own this type of stock. I'm going to show you the general market here based off of that. Well, real quick, let me just show you. Let's go to the weekly, shorten the time frame up, and shorten the trend up. Kind of gives us an idea. You can see it gave us a short signal there, and we're still short there. So it's not saying you can't. I wouldn't. My rule is a 200-day moving average more than anything. But this is kind of a good, it's a good trend following indicator, and especially for longer term. But what's interesting is that it may try to find some, but until that price actually breaks here, and it's not going to indicate on this. You can see this is the weekly, so it can go real long as it's good. But it gave a couple, I don't want to say false signals, but the shorter the time frame, the more you have to pay attention, I guess I should say. And because here, obviously, that was a losing trade. He'd have made it all back here, but here wasn't really a losing trade, but you had to kind of be more aware. That's the weekly, the daily. That's what I figured. That was gonna be green. Gave a buy indication here. And so kind of gives you an idea, because how this works is it bases it off of volatility. You can see what's interesting is how that just went right there. And so this gives you a good stop, for long term. So basically, if you're, what this is saying is, if you want to own this, or you just have to, you want to take that risk. This would have been your entry here at 14, and this line, that's based off of volatility and the price reaction, and it's ATRs is what it's based off of. But long story short, if it goes below that line, it's showing that a new trend's developing. So what you can see here, it's tried this before, but it's definitely forming a base here. So I mean, as far as I go, I wouldn't be afraid to buy it at 14, 14.20 in there, but I'd have a tight stop. Be interesting how this holds up. You see it's still below the 200-day moving average. That 200-day moving average is right at 20, which is interesting. I would imagine that this would be right. Let's see where this is at. That's at 1884. So there. But that's where I'm looking. If it comes up, breaks this, I'd be interested then. Or I'll show you. We go back to the monthly. I mean, this is such a heavy downtrend. You'd have to really recover to be worth it for the long haul on this basis. But I'll show you the general market here. This has happened. Doesn't mean it's going to hold true. It could bust through this and start a new bull market. But right here in 2001, you see how this indicated to go short, sell the market, and then pick back up, go long, go short, go long here. Obviously this was 2008. So what's interesting though is obviously this was October of last year, and it hasn't came roaring back like that though in these other recessions or whatever you want to call them, downturns. And here it's come roaring back, and it's going to be interesting if that's going to blow through that or whatnot. But you see, I mean, it's just kind of interesting that doesn't happen often, and happened last year. So it might give a better chance to sell the market, and if it breaks that, essentially, we can go to the weekly real quick, which is kind of interesting. You see here, I'd caught this, and I just kind of stumbled upon this indicator as I was studying volatility, and found it pretty accurate, which is kind of cool. But you can see here, last October, whenever everything was crashing, I was actually writing that down. Didn't write it down as well as I'd like to, but still did pretty well. But where I messed up is I didn't know how to decipher to get back in, which would have been kind of nice with this. It kind of helps you make that decision. Doesn't mean it's 100% right all the time, but the idea is to catch the general trend and make money there and get out during bad times. You can see, and it's been pretty accurate here. I actually took it back to the Great Depression. I don't think it's going to let me do it on this one. For some reason, it stopped letting me do it. But one of them I took it back to the Great Depression, and I did trigger right it. It's not letting me do it. Alright. But yeah, it triggered right at 1929, right at the very top, which was interesting. Not saying that's what we're in, but it just shows that even this run-up, it hasn't, even though we're at all-time highs, it's still not proven itself. So anyhow, alright, well, I'll just share that with you. We'll see you later. Bye.